gained 40 pounds, and I'm very aware of it.
That's really, really
and it's
sad.
like, fuck.
Poor lady.
That sucks. Yeah.
I've often maintained that, like, if some gamer breaks his leg and some athlete breaks his leg, that it's a bigger tragedy when that poor athlete whose everything was going out and doing shit, now that's taken away from him.
I'd give my leg to Connor if he needed it.
Yeah.
That athlete, he can't be himself anymore, but the gamer still can. On a similar note, poor Christina Applegate used to be hot. She's fallen so far. It's a tragedy. She should stay some level. She should be old hot. She should be the gilf of 90s, 80s TV. But
sometimes
instead,
health fucks
thing,
you.
Yeah.
Who's still somehow kind of hot?
Tragedy.
Her name's escaped me right now, but she's done tons of voice work in Sons of Anarchy. The mother from
Katie Seagal, the lady from Futurama.
And Married with Children again. Like she must be 60 now. She looks way better than Sammy Sosa at 60.
I'm sure. Probably couldn't hit as many dingers.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not a single one, really.
I remember watching Sons of Anarchy.
You ever hit a home run?
No, I've never hit a home run.
What?
And I thought I'd gotten past that.
Did you ever lots of home run? Well, T-ball, backyard, yeah.
Oh no! Regulation, like in a game where you're wearing a jersey.
Are you counting that little football game where we flick the piece of paper too?
I've hit some homers in that, yes.
Yeah, all right.
This is unfair because now it looks like I've never hit a backyard home run like an asshole. No.
Oh, you idiot! You can't hit a backyard.
Anytime the ball went far enough that we didn't want to go get it, that's a homer. That works.
Did you ever hit a home run like getting pitched to?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. No, well, I guess I am a loser.
I'm still counting backyards.
Okay, well, backyard, I've done that because it was like my little brother, and I'm just like creaming it.
It's okay to be bigger and stronger than your opponents. There's nothing against the rules.
It's fair. That's fair. We all agreed to this, the rules and such.
I hated baseball so much. It was every time my dad was like, "Time to go to your baseball game," I'd always be like, "Oh." Like, that's the feeling I would get. Like, oh, like it was like going to school. It was so boring because I was used to playing roller hockey. And when you're 6 playing roller hockey, you're not really doing line changes. You're just like, oh, I just get to go out there and play for a few minutes. And then I get called back and I leave. And baseball was like, Taylor, get ready. Am I going up? No. And it was like, oh, but next inning, maybe, but Travis, we're going to let him go 3 times because he's retarded, like, or whatever the situation was. Yeah, it sucked. I hated baseball. The absolute worst sport. Soccer blew the pants off baseball, and soccer was not very much
Really?
fun.
We didn't have soccer.
At least you're moving the whole time.
I remember, like here's how small town podunk we are. Like, I remember when soccer became a thing, like a team sport for our school. It was the 11th grade, I believe. That was the first we'd ever heard of that European football. And everybody was like, is anyone even going to join the team? And everybody was like, nah.
You couldn't fill out a soccer team? Like,
none of the people who played other sports joined the team. So they had to like go from the talent that lied elsewhere in the school that were like, hey man, I seem to be playing that tuba with fervor. How about you got some lungs on you. Come out here and go for a run. Let's see what you can do. They had to recruit from everybody else, I guess. Nobody wanted to play soccer.
What sports were the prestige sports in your high school?
I don't think there were any. I guess football, but like and football and baseball for sure. Nobody gave a shit about tennis or and I think I thought of the golf people as like they found some loophole that nobody had advertised to me. I was like, you can do that? They go on fun trips and wear khakis. Like, it's like
were you jealous of the golf guys?
Yeah, they were going like Sunday school wearing polos or some shit, and I'm over here having to go to this shitty ass. I hated lunch. Lunch was the worst part of school. I hated that.
That was my favorite part of school.
Oh, why was that your favorite?
Because it was the only time you could eat.
Oh, checks out. Yeah.
I never looked forward to that food. It was just so bad.
Did you bring your food, Taylor, or did you buy it?
It would switch off. It would depend. I'd go through big like phases where I was bringing it, and then I'd fall back into just like, all right, I'll get the lowest quality fucking chicken sandwich wrapped in foil for a couple weeks until I start to feel sick, and then I'll start bringing my lunch again. Like it should be elite
good.
How bad the quality of the food is in schools.
The breakfast was excellent. Though I guess like cheap breakfast is still good breakfast if you think about it. Biscuits, sausage, and grits. To me, I'm like, yeah, it's a good breakfast. That's the cheapest shit ever. It's the ground nasty part of the pig, and it's like flour and water, right? Like so, it's the cheapest shit ever. But so breakfast would always be good at school. And when I had driver's ed or any class that was on the edge of the school, those teachers would be like, Myers, go get us some breakfast. And I'm like, bacon, egg, and cheese, or what do you want here? You just go down the road and like get breakfast because there was restaurants nearby. But
that's nice.
That was post school shooting too. They would let us like bounce in and out. I remember after Columbine, it started being a thing where it was like you can't bring your guns to school anymore because it sounds crazy. But before then, lots of people would have their hunting rifles in their trucks outside in the parking lot because you'd go hunting in the morning, didn't get one, you go to school like wearing there'd be a guy wearing his fucking like maybe not his whole camouflage get up, but his pants or whatever the party couldn't take off to school because he went hunting that morning. And
did he smell like deer urine?
You usually don't put the urine on yourself. It's
I've been doing it horribly wrong.
Yeah, you want to drink it. You want to drink and get it down.
Oh, never mind. I did it right.
Yeah, you got it. Or just eye drop it, and that works too. If you want to concentrate.
Where do you put the urine? I actually thought you masked your own body scent with it.
So that is how that gentleman got beaten half to death by that deer that time. And that video you probably
seen. The fact that he's a pussy.
That and he's a pussy. Yes. Probably why the deer was so angry.
I'm sure.
So you put that on like a wick, and then you hang that from like a branch out over there, and that smells like a doe that's in heat, ready to breed. And then you usually correspond that with the audio of a doe. It's like this little grunt thing. Use a caller, and hopefully a buck hears that, smells that, comes in, takes the bait. But I never did that shit because I could shoot, so I just got up on a hill and I could see half a mile in every direction and just shot him. So
did you not do it because you thought it was not really sporting?
I didn't think it was required. I wasn't into being very sporting, to be honest. I killed a lot of deer.
What's the most, in your opinion, because